how mature is Copilot for F&O specifically?
Mature is an interesting way to phrase it. I would say early stages. Out of the box, you have a couple things. Like I mentioned, you have generative help and guidance, which is really just taking some things we already had, like the public documentation Microsoft puts out there on Microsoft Learn for training, for business process guidance, for how to configure the system, how to deploy demo data, things of that nature. That is already there and can be used. That, I think, has proposed some confusion or allowed for some confusion to folks who think that automatically works with your data within D365 F&O or FNSC. And that doesn't. You have the ability to do that by building through Copilot Studio and developing and deploying solutions that work with the data. But out of the box, Copilot for FNSC has generative help and guidance. There are now other Copilot features. There was recently a tech talk by some of the Microsoft Fast Track team and others that showed some of the new, what they're calling capabilities, Copilot capabilities. These are things like the vendor summaries, customer summaries, sales order and purchase order summaries, where it's taking key pieces of data from those transactions and summarizing them in a Copilot like tab, for example, on the header of that transaction. Not obviously fully interactive, but maybe making it a little bit easier for users to find data that's really important and figure out what critical decisions they need to make. That type of stuff is there. The larger, broader tools interacting with your data, asking Copilot to then go and maybe automate tasks, that's still where you need to leverage something like Copilot Studio and develop that. There is nothing out of the box that's ready from Microsoft in that space. And I think that's where you see partners trying to get ahead of the game to see what tools can we build that customers will adopt and can get us maybe a leg up on the industry.
Yeah, because when I first started looking into Copilot, there was a lot I could find on the CE, on the sales, the customer service part or solution within D365. Not that much on the finance side or F&O in general. So they're behind compared to the other solutions.
Yeah, I would say for sure. And ERP, I work mainly there, so I'll speak to that experience. Mm-hmm. It's such a large world. We're dealing with really large customers, really complex. They have a wide range of things they need to do. Some of those aren't going to be maybe directly within D365, right? They're going to have lots of ISVs. They're going to have extensions. They're going to have add-ons. They might be more interested in how they can use Copilot in something like Power Platform, where they might be combining solutions. Do they have things they can analyze data in Data Lake using Copilot? Or even going back to that first use case or solution, Microsoft 365, right? If I'm not impressed, let's say, by the demand forecasting Copilot functionality that's out there with the new demand planning tool. Yeah. I have Microsoft 365 Copilot, and I have data scientists within my organization who are really familiar with statistical forecasting and those types of models. I can leverage Copilot to now analyze the data that I'm exporting from the ERP into Excel or into a data lake. And I can also have it do simple tasks that I don't want to do manually. That capability is already there. So I think sometimes customers are so wanting and they desire so much to have something built within the ERP and not realize what is the problem I'm really trying to solve, and are there other tools or other Copilots out there available to solve them?